Hello and welcome to the Huddle. I'm your host, JT Thomas, broadcasting live from Morgantown, West Virginia at the Green Turtle Sports Bar and Grill. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to our third season of In the Huddle. And as we do this, we want to talk about why we do it. We come here as former players, and we want to give you a player perspective on our favorite hometown team. We have a saying around here. Anytime you hear me say, "Let's go," you say,
"Yeah, that's what
let's go."
Yeah.
Let's go. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you my co-host who's been with me for the last couple years from Moundsville, West Virginia, a offensive tight end. My good friend Alex Shook, 1988 to 1991. Hailing from Miami, my good friend Gary Thompson, safety from 1994 to 1999. And my friend Big Tone Avery Thompson. You're messing my show up. Avery Richardson was the defensive tackle 1991 to 1992. Gentlemen, you guys know how we do it every season. Let's break the huddle.
Let's break it, baby. Let's do it. Let's go.
Guys, we are kicking off yet another season of what we expect to be a Mountaineer winnable season. It's going to take us getting used to in terms of we lost a lot of guys last season. Going into the 125th year WVU football, there's a lot to be observed during this time. Guys, last season we finished up well. With 8-5 season, not too bad. How does that rank in the 125-year history of Mountaineer football?
You're probably right in the middle. I've watched a lot of these videos about the celebration of the 125th season. You look at really some of the tremendous success we've had over the last 10, 15, 20 years. We've played in Sugar Bowls, Fiesta Bowls. We've won Sugar Bowls. We've won an Orange Bowl. So, an 8-5 season doesn't get it done for the Mountaineer faithful, but, we're plugging away at it. I think we got a good foundation, and hopefully we can build upon that this year and get into that 9 or 10 win region.
That's a very good point. We're in the Big 12. A different conference that we played in. But I think we're getting better. We're making strides overall. The one thing about starting a new season, man, is just that you don't know what to expect. We got a lot of players to replace, but I think overall, I think we're gonna be okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and lowball us. I think that's kind of what I do in terms of just bringing a different perspective to the program. 8-5, I think it doesn't really get it done. I think 8 wins sounds spectacular, but that's when you were playing 11 games, maybe even a 12 game. Now you're at the 13 games, you're barely getting over 500. You get that 7-8 range, maybe up to 70%. You're in the Big 12. I think most programs are going to expect a little bit more out of you. I think when you get 9, then you can feel a little bit more comfortable. 8 games, I think you still not quite meeting the mark. So I hope that our team can give that 9-10 game season this year. At least that's what I hope we're striving for, and I hope that that's the goal.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, this panel, we're former players. We're kind of give it to you like we see it. We were really guys that's been in the trenches and being on the field, so we kind of have an idea of what the expectation. We have high expectations for our team, year in and year out. So from week to week, you're going to hear us give you the highs and lows in terms of what we think our team is, and really it's just our perspective. Guys, as I said earlier, it's 125 years. I think about ups and downs, highs and lows, and I could go back to the history of 1891 when West Virginia started playing football, and they had some tough couple of years. It took a while before West Virginia kind of caught on in terms of football. But I feel like we've arrived in a way. When you think about our long history, West Virginia is one of the winningest programs, I believe, in the top 15 in overall winning percentages. we have a good ball club, and I think we're just pegging away, taking away opportunities to get better as a football club. Guys, let's go back to last season because I want to get us moving toward the right season. We finished up well. We played Arizona State, and I thought we finished. The score was 43-42, which was one of the close games. And I thought it was a very good game. In fact, their head coach was the coach that coached at West Virginia, and we were able to come home with the big. What do you think about where because we need to talk about where we ended last season and where we're going to be going moving forward, Alex?
Well, hopefully the offense picks up right where it left off. We really saw Skylar Howard click with the wide receivers. K-Ron and Jennings had some big catches there, so it looks like we're going to be loaded at the wide receiver position this year, and hopefully Skylar, he's been in the program 3 years now, that he's settled down, he's comfortable, the line's got to do a little bit better job protecting him, but hopefully that's where the offense picks up right where they left off from the Arizona State football game, because I think that's what Coach Holger said. He wants that kind of production. You're going to have to score 40 points to win games in the Big 12, and they did just that, so hopefully they can keep it going.
Okay. I'm going to come from a different perspective. I'm a defensive guy, and I think what we can bring as far as WVU is bring a defensive type of mentality. I know the Big 12 is customary for scoring a lot of points. I think with West Virginia, what we've been in the past, but I know when I played in Alex and Thompson and JT, our defense has been very good. We put a lot of boys in the league that played on Sunday. I think we're going to continue to do that. But I think with the Big 12, everyone likes to throw the ball around, score a lot of points. I think one of the things we need to do is go back to what we do. Play smash mouth defense, score points when we can, and so overall just have a good team.
What we talked about last season in terms of what does a bowl game do for a team at the end of the season. When you go into the new year with the wind under your belt, which gives you a little motivation going into the spring. Exactly, everybody feels good. So Gary, tell me what it feels like coming off a win. You're in spring football, getting prepared for the season, and I keep hearing guys talk about being ready to play. They're ready to get to Saturday. They can't wait to get to Saturday. What do you think our team is right now in terms of?
Well, unfortunately, I was not a part of any of those teams that was able to come off a bowl win. We had gone to a few bowl games during my time here.
I wouldn't know either.
Right.
I came off with 3 losses.
Right. So it's a little tough to say what it's like to come off a bowl win. But I can tell you that anytime you get a win under your belt, you tend to want to ride that wave. You boost self-esteem and makes you feel a little bit better about going into the next game. And so when you get guys that came off of that team last year, they got a bowl win, especially against a quality team. They want to pick up where the guys who graduated left off. They want to keep the tradition going. So guys work a little bit harder in winning condition. Guys work a little bit harder during the spring season, and they really dedicate themselves during the summer. So I think this team right now, with that win, with the explosion that they had on offense, and with the opportunity to prove themselves on defense, I think this team right now is feeling pretty good and is at least chomping at the bit to get ready to play this first game.
Okay. That sounds good.
So what the pros and cons of that though is in the same time that we were going in with this great feeling of accomplishment, we lost a lot of guys.
Yes, sir.
And that's the tough part about coming out of spring ball is knowing that hey, we got to rebuild, we got to reload, and spring, as you mentioned, is that opportunity to prove to the coaches that you can play a little football.
Well, you know what? It's always that model. Me being a prior military guy, it's the next man up. You know what I mean? As far as when guys leave and graduate from the program, the next guy got to step up and play football, and that's what it's all about. So, you're going to have some young men getting the opportunity to play. We lost a lot of guys to the NFL or to graduation, but I think what we need to do is get these young guys in the system. I think, the defense coordinator, Tony Gibson, will have these guys ready to play football on Saturday. As far as Coach Hogerson, we showed that we can move the ball and score. So, I'm not a Gary Thompson guy who's a very pessimistic guy. I'm a positive guy. I'm a half-full guy. I think we're going to be okay. And I understand where Gary's coming from. Yeah, there are some question marks. We got some new players coming in that didn't play last year, but now they get the opportunity to play now. But I like where we stand. They didn't predict us to do very well this year in the Big 12, so that's fine. but I think we're going to surprise some people. I really do.
I think the story is going to be really in the secondary, particularly once we get into Big 12 play, having lost those three outstanding guys, Joseph, Dillon, and Worley, all NFL picks.
Absolutely.
But, we're really not a young team on defense. If you look over the roster, we got a lot of guys that are veterans that have been around a while. Jeremy Tyler's been around a while. He's looking to start. Harper's played a lot, so we're not young, but they've been around the program.
And I want to get this straight. I'm not pessimistic, but I just want to look at it. I'm a former Mountaineer. I root for the Mountaineers. I am diehard blue and gold, but I want to look at it in terms of reality. 8-5. If you talk about doing about 70% of your job, then your evaluations are going to be real good. So that's what I'm looking at. Do I think that we have some challenges to overcome? Sure, but I really am positive about our team this year. And one of those things is because if the next man up attitude. When you're a young guy and you're playing behind someone who's a superstar, you almost can't wait till they leave so you can get your chance to shine and it can be your team. And I think those guys who are getting their chance to start now, they're waiting, they're chomping at the bit. Those guys are ready to fly around and prove who they are and write their names in Mountaineer history. So I'm positive about those guys. I'm positive about our team. I'm expecting good things from them this year. And I just want to clear that.
What you did.
We're going to get our audience an opportunity to prove themselves because it's that time. Guys, I want to remind you, we're going to be here every Wednesday from 6 to 7. We're going to be here at the Green Turtle. Make sure you stop in and check us out. If you don't catch us here, you can always go check us out at depot.com. Look on the football section. We'll be there. Guys, it's that time of the program where we do trivia questions. As I said earlier, you had to be listening to what we talked about. This is an easy one. All I need to know is what was the score of the last bowl game we played in. And if you're really good, you can tell me the name of the last bowl game. And all you have to do is raise your hand. We'll come around to you and let you answer the question. Anybody? The name of the last bowl game we participated in. It was in Arizona.
Okay.
What was the name of it? I got a hand up in the back. I heard it, but I got a hand up in the back. The Cactus Bowl, you're absolutely right. Now since you gave who wants to be able to catch the ball, because what we do in this show is, since we've been doing this, we've only had maybe 2 drop passes.
Right.
Two drop passes. Okay.
Five spilled drinks.
So what you did, we actually even have more things to give out. We're going to throw this pass, but we're also going to give you a prize. It's going to be a WVU magnet. So I'll do this. Since you're closer, I'm going to throw you this ball.
Well, you
Step out.
Okay, he got it.
I'm going to throw you this
He
ball.
was like a ball player.
Now,
We good.
oftentimes, we tell Coach Hogerson to come down here and check out our guy. Come up a little closer. All right, here we go, right there. Oh, we're good.
Coach, you good?
We are golden. Coach Hogerson, I'm telling you, we got the best wide receivers in the country at our show. So make sure you come out and check us out. He got a prize. I got him, man. We have a ball magnet for you. We'll get it. In fact, he got the ball. We'll give the gentleman in the back this magnet, WVU flying, WVU magnet.
Okay.
And as I mentioned earlier, we got lots of prizes we're going to give out every Wednesday. And we have a big prize at the end of the show where we're going to give out 2 free tickets to the Missouri game. But guys, let's jump back into this thing.
Wow,
I think these people want to hear about more football.
Good.
All right. Guys, as you guys mentioned, we pointed out, we gave out names, we talked about in terms of what we need to do, what the expectation is in terms of us former players, and we talked about spring and guys being able to prove themselves. Coming out of spring, who would you say who's come into the program made an impact after losing so many guys on defense? Who do we need to be looking for? What is the mentality of the football or the defense need to be looking for, Tom?
Well, you know what? Go back to what I was going to. I'm a pass rush guy. In the previous shows we had last year, I need to find out who's going to be that guy that go after that quarterback. We had the Bruce Irvins back in our day, Canute Curtis's, Gary Steele's. We have players that can always put pressure on the quarterback. In the Big 12, every Saturday you play, you have a quarterback who can throw the ball. So, I don't know off the top of my mind who's going to be that guy that go after the quarterback 3rd and 15. Who's going to be that guy to make that play? And we need to find that early. And we're going to find out here on Saturday who's going to be that guy that's going to make those plays for us. It could be a guy that's been there previously, or it might be a brand new guy that we haven't heard about. But I think that's the excitement about college football, because each year your roster change, your team change, so you can't really focus on what you did last year because the guys that you have, for the most part, are not there. So you got a lot of young guys, and then you got to ask yourself, can they play in front of 70,000 people, on Saturday? It's easy to practice and do well, but can you bring that same intensity when it's game day on Saturday? So that's my question, to go out there and find the players that's going to be those big time players for us on Saturday.
Absolutely. Gary is also a defensive guy. Gary, we talked about this earlier. The mainstay of the WVU team in terms of this year, you and I agree, is the defensive line.
Correct.
It's guys like Chris Brown and Noah Nakawakuchi.
I ain't want to mess with I ain't want to mess with that name. I don't believe that name alone.
Those two guys, last year I thought did an outstanding job, but we're going to need it more than ever because we got a whole new linebacker core. And as a secondary, how important those first three guys are.
Well, I think the guys up front are important because as a defensive back, you want to make sure that those guys are putting pressure on the quarterback. You put pressure on the quarterback throws you interceptions, we get turnovers, offense gets another chance to score touchdowns. That's how this game works for defense. That's what we want to see happen. I think the defense is going to be one to watch for this year because we have some question marks right there. We have some guys who haven't played. Right now, even though I like the defensive line, I also want to say that I'm incredibly excited about our offensive line. I think they were the strong point of our team last year. We got a lot of guys coming back, and we got guys that I think are just going to dominate the other teams. Maybe show off a little bit more of our running game, give Skylar a little bit more time, and give those new exciting receivers some time to catch passes and excite them out in their crowd.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think we're going to have at least 6 or 7 brand new starters on the defensive side of the ball once you get past those front three. Howard, Brown, and Watchku have all played a lot of football, have all started a lot of football games, but the guys behind that, I think it's going to be interesting to see if they step their games up. Rashid Benton, this guy that always looks like he's had a lot of talent. He might have started a couple games, but was behind very productive. Nick Wachowski, I want to see if he elevates his game, become the leader on the defense. Arndt and Preston, I think Preston's suspended for the first game, but excited to see what Arndt can do. He's a walk-on, he's been on the program for 4 or 5 years now, and then they got some new guys. That David Long, the linebacker that can run, and Sean Walters, I believe, are battling it out for that other position. They're both good-looking guys that can run and play coverage and get after the run game.
The exciting thing about defense is guys want to hit. And that's the most simple part of football is just getting after it and hitting somebody. You get guys out there that sometimes may not even know what they're doing, but they know where the ball is. I played with a couple guys like that. So you want your hitters to be out there ready to hit, play football. Those guys are always ready, geared up, ready to go. I think the secondary is going to be tested, but if you know a secondary guy like myself, they're usually pretty confident in their skill play, and they're just ready to get up there and challenge the football anyway. So I mean, it's yet to be seen. We want to see what happens the first game. I think give them a couple games into it. Hopefully, the guys that are stepping up now, while the suspensions are taking place, and we got some guys out, maybe they'll get a little bit more experience, and we'll be able to use their experience a little later in the year.
I want to say something about those suspensions too. Holgerson, he gets a lot of criticism. I have to give him a little bit of credit here. He's probably done something that's not in his interest. He suspended a couple guys, and one that had a run-in with a criminal problem. It would be really easy for Coach Holgerson, who's supposed to be on the hot seat or whatever, he's got contract issues out there. It'd be real easy to say, we're going to let the justice system run its toll, and we'll let that take care of things. He stepped up and he said no, and he suspended the guy from the first game for a home opener against an SEC opponent with a lot riding on the line. So I give him credit. I remember, I think we opened up with Wisconsin in 2002, 2003, and they had a big-time wide receiver coming in. Lee Evans, I think, was
Lee Evans. Wow, good memory.
And he got in trouble in the summertime, and the coach Alvarez suspended him for the second game
of
the season because they were playing, I think, Akron or some MAC team. And his justification was, that's their home opener. That would mean more to him than the opening game of West Virginia. I thought, how stupid does this guy think we are? My point is, I give Holgerson credit for taking a strong line with these guys and doing something that might not be in his best interest, but is in the best interest of these young men and the team overall.
And if you don't mind, JT, to piggyback on what Alex said, we talk about character. And I think one of the things too, as a coach, as a coach, it's the character of your team. We talked about some players that's no longer with us. We need to find leaders. And you know, Gary, you know, he knows too. Them DBs back there, linebackers, who are going to be the leaders of this defense? Who's going to be that guy that rallies behind when you're down 14-0? So, you know, we in the huddle, who will get a stop? Who's going to make a play for us? Who's that guy? You know, we had Joseph there. You know, we had Worley there. We had other guys there. But the question going into this season is who's going to be that guy that stands up in the huddle and says, you know what, like JT playing the linebacker, hey guys, 35, we got to get off the field. You know what I mean? And so, you know, who's going to be the guy they're going to rally around? You know, offense, I think it'll be Shell, or it might be Gibson, or even the quarterback, Scout Howard. But who is the guy on defense? So that's the great thing about college football, is that when you start a new season, there's so many different question marks out there. And we're going to find out on Saturday if these question marks are going to be answered.
Guys, it's that time again. I want to kick it off right. Let's go!
Oh!
Let's go!
I'm in.
All right, guys, at that time, we're going to do trivia again. Guys, this is a good... All I want to do is make sure that we've been talking about defense all evening long. West Virginia plays one defense. Now, all you have to do is raise your hand to answer this question. Do they run a 4-3 defense, or do they run a 3-5 defense? Raise your hand. All you have to do is raise your hand. It's an A and B answer, true or false, or A and B. A 4-3 defense or a 3-5.
That's why we're here.
Now you got to just raise your hand. There we go. Thank you, sir. A 3-5 defense. You're absolutely right. Now, this is the tough part. You got to be able to catch this fast. And I used to be an old quarterback, so I'm pretty good. You got to come up a little bit, sir, because my aim ain't what it used to be. Aim ain't what it used to be, but I still have that arm strength. Now remember, we recruit from this show now. We go back with name. Here we go.
Okay, right here.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Okay, guys. Hey, this is it. We gave away a few things. This is for the Green Turtle t-shirt, but I have a big prize. This is for 2 tickets to the Mountaineer game.
Okay.
2 tickets for the Mountaineer game. All right, and this is the question. What was the last year we played Missouri? The last year. Write it down. Write it down and give us your name and the year. The last year we played Missouri. This is for 2 tickets to the West Virginia Missouri game. Now, guys, I want to remind you, as we do this, we're here every Wednesday at the Green Turtle Sports Bar and Grill. Come check us out. If you're not here, make sure you go check us out at thedepost.com and look on the football section. We'll be there. Okay,
right.
This is the big one, the big deal, the big bejesus. You know, last year I was giving away cozies, now I'm giving away tickets.
That's right. Yeah, we're stepping our game up.
Long way. And guys, again, we're going to be doing this all season long, so make sure you come check us out. As he gets those names ready, we're going to keep moving, and I'll give you the answer here in a little bit. We're going to move on to offense. Alex, I know this is your thing, offense as a former tight end. The strength of this program is our offense as of right now. They played pretty well last year. We saw some young guys really step up and really step up to the plate. You got Kayron White, Kevin White's brother, who is playing in the mix right now. You got Shelton Gibson, who we're looking for big things out of. What do we think about moving forward with our offense?
Well, I hope Skylar Howard's our best player. Obviously, it takes all the moving parts around him, everybody to play together as a team, but Skylar Howard's going to touch the ball on every offensive snap. And if we're going to be consistent, if we're going to be able to move the ball and score points, Skylar Howard's going to have to at least look like he's the best player on the team. I mean, it all starts up front, obviously, and we're wanting a little more consistency out of the offensive line and the protection game. Skylar Howard took too many hits last year, but I think they're looking at the offensive line as being a strong point. Those tackles have got some experience. We've got a few solid backups in there. Orlowski's, the center, is on some watch lists. Obviously, Skylar Howard's been in the program 3 years. He's had some consistency at times, but at other times, you know, he hasn't thrown the ball well. I don't know if that's because of the protection. getting rattled, getting things in your head. But yeah, the receiving core has got to do their part too. We've got these guys that all look fantastic in their uniforms, but they've dropped some passes at times. So it's time for everybody to grow up. Across the board, we have some really good-looking receivers: White, Jennings, Durant. Gibson, there's so many of them I'm forgetting. And who's the guy that plays inside that's been with us?
DK Shorts. I like Shorts. Jersey guy.
So, we got a lot of weapons there. The running backs look good. It's time for them to put it together and be a force because they're going to have to cover up for the defense some early on, I think.
I'm going to go another way with this, Alex, that I thought that he ran 2 months. You know what? Because we have not identified a backup quarterback. So if you got a guy like Scott Howard, and I'm around ball players all the time, he's not a big guy at all, and I'm a lineman. So, I know if I get a lot of shots on this guy, he's not going to make it to the fourth quarter. And Scott Howard runs the ball a little bit too much for me. So I would think that we need to preserve him for the whole season because last I checked, the boy that's supposed to be the backup can't play the next year. The kid that we got from the University of Florida. So, who do we have if Skylar Howard goes down? So, I think we got to preserve him. I think he got to throw better from the pocket. I said this on my show before. Some of the defense that they play against him, they want to show that he can make throws. And sometimes he made them, sometimes he did not. So I'm hoping within another year on his belt, he'll be a little more consistent. And I don't think he needs to be the best player on the field. I think he can be a facilitator. I think he can get the ball to players that can make plays on the outside. And I'm going back to this guy Shell, and I always tell JT, we don't have the hair we used to have back when we played. But that young boy Shell is a handsome young man out of Pittsburgh. He runs that ball. And I think now that Smallwood moved on to the NFL, it's his show now. So I think he's going to step up and be that guy to get that 120 a game that will not rely on this young man Skylar throwing the ball as much. So I'm going back to that line. I'm going back to you big fellas. I'm going to get Panky back in a couple of weeks. And I'm putting the onus on this whole line. Because when I look at these guys in the weight room, they're a problem. These are some nice size young men.
I was going to say, Gary talked about that earlier, about the offensive line and what he
did he say something good?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
So go ahead and say something about these guys. I do believe what Alex is saying that Skylar Howard does. He has to be the best player on the offense.
Why he got to be the best player?
I'm going to tell you why.
Let me hear it.
Skylar Howard does have to be the best player on offense because we have so much talent, but if you can't get the ball there, we need a consistent quarterback, we need an accurate quarterback, we need a guy that can throw that long ball better than 50-50, we need a guy that's going to hit that deep middle pass, things that he wasn't able to do last year. So if Skylar Howard can protect the ball, if he can hit more than 50-50 on the long ball, if he can throw those deep crossing routes and he can hit and connect on those, he is going to be the best player on the field. Because when you get the ball to those receivers, when you're a quarterback, it's not an easy job. But if you throw a 10-yard pass, one guy takes it and goes another 40 yards with it, those are your stats. So if Skylar Howard is able to do that, then he looks like the best player on the offense. Then we give the ball to Shell, where our offensive line is isolated. Those guys, like you said, are a problem in the weight room. They were a problem for a lot of teams last year. They were a problem in the running game. So if we can do that and have our offensive line dominate the front, as they did last year, Skylar Howard is going to look great. Our running game is going to look great. Our offense is going to look fantastic.
Guys, think about this. Last year you had Smallwood, who led the Big 12 in rushing. He rushed for over close to 1,700 yards, which means we had to have a pretty decent offensive front. Those guys are coming back. To say that we ran too much, I don't know. When you're putting up those type of numbers and your guy becomes the #1 rusher in the Big 12, that's saying a whole lot. The good thing that I like about what Coach Hope has been able to do, he's been able to play and play with what he has. Right? He came here as an air raid guy. Right? His players forced him into being more of a run style offense, and I think this year is no different. If the long ball's there, the pass is there, the quarterback's feeling comfortable, I think we may throw the ball more. Because to me, Russell Shell is the question mark for this offense. We talked about it. We have two backers. We have a junior college guy that's coming in, so they're very high on.
The junior college player of the year.
Absolutely. So again, to me, Russell Shell is that linchpin, and last year he struggle a little bit, it's going to be important for him to solidify that position and run behind a big experienced offensive line and be productive for a football team. So I will agree with you that Skyler's going to have to be a game manager and be one of the best players. But Russell Shell, in my opinion, will be the linchpin in determining how far we go as Mount David.
Hold on, why are you agreeing with him? I said that he just needed to be a facilitator. You guys said he needs to be a star. I mean, I'm just saying, as far as he needs to play within himself, and I think that's what we need him to do. We got other guys out there that can, get him to where he needs to go. So, overall, I think he's a big-time player for us, but we got some guys out there who can get it done. I think you need to rely on them, rely on your whole team. And it's going back to that whole team concept of using the guys that's there. We got some guys that we ain't even heard of yet. And, it can be Saturday when we start to hear about some of these guys. So I think Skyler just don't throw the ball away, which he has done in the past. Protect the ball, get it to his playmakers. I think we're fine.
Sounds good. Well, guys, it's that time. I want to remind you guys that we're here every Wednesday at the Green Turtle Sports Bar and Grill. This is for the big prize here, guys. What we're going to do here, for all of you that have given us your answer, they all are in this bowl. I'll let Alex shake it up for a little bit. And what's going to need to happen is we're going to get someone to choose one of the envelopes. And you're going to have to be drawn, and you're going to have the correct answer. So I'll let Gary. Here we go. This is for the 2 tickets, Mountaineers versus Missouri. What do we got? What's the year, first of all?
Well,
1942.
1942.
Pick it up.
Absolutely wrong.
That's right.
Gary was here the last time we played.
Oh, wow. 1998.
1998. As you saw, that is the correct year. Gary was on that team. Was the last time we played the Mountaineers played Missouri. The score was 34-31. So with that, what is the name of the person who gave us the correct answer for the 2 tickets?
Matria Mumfield.
Matria! Thank you, and I believe you're a first timer. There we go. So we're looking forward to having Matria.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much,
Gary,
guys.
tell us a little bit about that game. You were around for that one.
I was around for that game, and like I said, unfortunately, we were able to come out with a bowl win. That was a really tough team. I remember they had a dynamic quarterback and running back combination. Guys who had set big records in the Big 12. I remember one of my best friends, Barry Green, played that game with the cracked rib. He gave us the best effort I've ever seen firsthand from another player. Tough game.
Didn't Bolger have a mile or 2 passing that game?
Well, yeah, Bolger did. Bolger was Bolger. He was honestly one of my favorite players of all time. One of the guys that even when I had an opportunity to go out to the NFL, I felt like he was better than a lot of quarterbacks that I had seen. So, just a memorable game. Unfortunately, we didn't get the W. But still, good times while we're out here.
34-31, a very close game.
Yes.
But guys, I just got some late breaking news. Hey, we're going to give away stuff. We're going to keep giving away stuff. The next thing we're going to do is pull somebody's name on this bowl, and we're going to give you two t-shirts, 2 tickets, Green Turtle and Green Turtle Sports Bar t-shirts. So I'll let Big Tone pull this name for the two t-shirts.
Okay, we have Seth Cantor.
Seth, are you here?
Seth Cantor.
How's your name get involved?
Pick it up.
All right.
You want to take that one?
There we go.
Okay. All right. We have Madison Moon.
Madison Moon. All right, Madison.
Okay.
Madison, you got 2 shirts coming to you. We'll get them over to you.
Success loss at Madison's game.
There you go.
My God, now this is one of my favorites right here. We got a whole bunch of stuff to give out. This is one of my favorites, the Kevin White poster. All right, and to get this, all I'm going to do is draw a name, and I'll let Alex draw this one.
Wow. Did I put my name in it? Did I put my
Lewis Queen.
Lewis.
Lewis.
Oh,
Let's get this to Lewis. Awesome. All right, Lewis, I think you've been here before, haven't you? Have you been here before?
you been to the show?
Oh, okay. Well,
Congratulations,
Thank you.
bro. Congratulations.
And now we're gonna give this away. This is a year's subscription, is it? Year subscription. The Million Post.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
Mike Calisso.
Mike, are you in the building?
No, Mike?
Mike Calisso.
Oh,
Mike, that's what it's called.
you guys make sure you go and let people know you're winning things here and in the huddle. Thank you, Mike, for
Congratulations,
coming
Mike.
out. All right.
Congratulations.
Guys, this is what it's all about. You know, we want to be able to come here and just kind of share with you what we think about our team. We feel like we qualified to give you the inside stuff on what it's like to be a Mountaineer and play in those trenches. Guys, let's get back to it. We're almost done, but we're going to keep moving. We talked about offense. We talked about our weapons. We talked about the expectations in terms of what kind of leaders we step up. And last year, guys, or 2 years ago, we had a huge problem that we really didn't even want to talk about, special teams. And I have to say, going into this season, special teams is going to be a concern for us. We lost our All-American kicker and Lambert, and we know last year, exactly, to the NFL. Last season we talked about how integral the kicker was in terms of winning games. Although people expected these first 2 games, the first 3 games to go our way, this Missouri game could really be a game that really comes down to kicking. What do you think about it, Jerry?
I think any game that's going to be a close game or one of those games that you can't call, like playing an SEC opponent, something that we don't do normally. I think it will come down to the kicking games because that gives you yards plus and minuses. You know, if you're able to start over beyond the 20-yard line, or if you're able to pin them down in the 20-yard line, get some good punts back and up, so that is key for confidence on offense, and that is key for confidence on defense. So I believe that the kicking game, I believe we'll be okay because if you just look at West Virginia's history, we keep finding kickers. We have a good history of kicking, so I'm not sure who's back there right now. I'm not sure what's going to happen, what the competition is like, but I think we're going to find somebody to come through for us. I mean, we keep getting these guys that have, 8, 10, 15-year careers in the NFL, so I think we'll find a good kicker.
Molina's had to, I think that's the guy that's going to fill in for Lambert while he's out. Lambert's suspended for 3 games, is that right?
Got Billy Kitty on that boy too, out of UHS.
For the punter goes wide open right now. It sounds like it's going to go down to the wire on that. But yeah, the kickoff coverage really killed us at times last year. I hope Missouri doesn't have that guy from Kansas State kicking away from him. So the coverage units are going to have to be sound. You know, Missouri's going to have fantastic cover guys. The kicking game is always room for trouble, an area for trouble for us. We're going to have to be sound.
Yeah, I mean, last couple of years, we've been safe to just feel the fun. This year, we think we got a guy who can potentially advance the ball a little bit more, so hopefully he can be better. And the kicking game, which is so important. We talk about football, because we always love to say this sport is played on all 3 sides of the field, 3 phases of the game. And that's always defense and special teams. And I like to always quote my guy, and that's Coach Billy. He talks about special teams, and Gary always say special teams are special guys. I mean, so that means those special guys, they can be starters, you can be whatever. You have to want to be on there and play special team and put your team in a good position to play football. One kid that I really like, who's going to be playing a little linebacker this year, is Sean Walters. He played more special teams than anything. Same with Arnett. Both of those guys were special team guys that really worked their way up to being able to play as full-time starters. So, guys, special teams got to be a focal point for our team.
When special team goes to effort, you got guys that won't go out there and make plays. Those are the guys that, no different than the scout team when you have guys that, this is where you earn your money at. You got guys out there who might not get the opportunity to play every down, but they can go out there and make significant plays that can be game changers. So, when we played, we had guys back there who could make plays happen. So I'm hoping we can identify someone who can make plays happen, punt return, kickoff return, and things of that nature, because that's just natural ability. That's just having a player to go make plays. And I always told my coaches, big time players make big time plays. So we're going to find out who's going to be that big time player to make plays.
I think special teams comes down to team effort. because you do have special guys. We talked about a lot of special guys on offense from the receiver position. We got special guys that from corners. You know, a lot of our best guys on the defense. A lot of times we put guys on defense. They're our best athletes usually at their corner position. We got guys that can make plays, but I think it's not just about the guy who has the ball. It's about the guys that make the blocks, putting in that extra strain and extra effort so that guy can shine, so the whole team can shine. So if you get a team concept and you got everybody there playing, willing to play for each other, they're sold out and already committed to each other, then I think we'll have a special team and we'll have a special team.
Did he just say the best athlete was the defensive back? Yeah, I mean, you throw a little slide stuff in all the time. You gotta be thinking people sleeping all the time. Gary said a lot of little stuff in
I
there.
want everybody to know that Tom likes to disagree with me. I have been disagreeing with Tom since I stepped on his campus. Way before we ever really had a chance to get to know each other. Back to the first Marshall game. I want everybody to know that Tom invited us to his house. He talked real bad. He talked a lot of stuff about Randy Moss. We all know who
That's right.
But I just want everybody to know this. My first game that I ever started 2 minutes into the game against Tom's team at that time, Marshall, so he's straight.
Hold on back. No, I know Marshall was my team. I told you guys you better watch Randy Moss. I got to put his
I
sauce in
want
that real
everybody to
town.
know I stepped on that field and 2 minutes within the game, I scored the first touchdown of the game. So yeah, Tom.
I think he wants to point out how versatile the quarterback position is.
Okay, all right.
1 point for the defensive back.
I gotta watch that. Keep my eye on it.
Hey guys, we really enjoy doing stuff like this. And like I said, we're going to be here every week. Now this is a favor. We're going to ask for questions from the audience. This is what we're here for, guys. We're here to answer your questions. Obviously, we're going to share our thoughts and opinions about our team. But we want to get questions from you all and be able to pose these questions to all 4 of us, and we'll give you the best answer that we possibly can. So at this time, if you would, just raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you, and we'd ask that you ask the question. Any questions?
Any questions?
You guys want to know about our Mountaineers. It's a big game coming up. It's an SEC opponent. Haven't done this in a long time. Any questions?
I was down over here.
Sir, if you wait on the mic, so we can get you on the 2. There you go, sir.
Okay, so I got one. As we look down the road, we know we got Missouri, the next week's a fluff game and whatever, but as we look down the road, because we played Alabama so good a couple of years ago, we should have won that game.
Okay.
How do you think we'll do against Oklahoma?
Wow.
On that time, we should be pretty good, right?
Okay.
I guess we'll find out if Ohio State beats Oklahoma.
Yeah, find out if Houston beats Oklahoma too.
Well, there you go. Houston plays this week.
They opened up, so Oklahoma's got 2 fantastic non-conference games. Houston's number 15. And
We beat Oklahoma, so
we beat Oklahoma. There's a lot of ground to cover before the Oklahoma game.
I'm just curious which way you play.
If we can compete with Oklahoma, then we'll compete at the top of this conference because they're fantastic and have fantastic players across the board. So yeah, that's a little ways down the future.
That's Thanksgiving. That's Thanksgiving. 1920, I believe.
Yeah, I hope we're able to compete with Oklahoma.
Hey, I got to give you a football answer. You know, as a football guy, we only think about what's in front of us.
That's right.
You know, it's really hard for us to think down the line because, you know, any given Saturday, you know, a team can be beat. You know, we see that time and time again. I think the Mountaineer guys will say, you'll hear guys say, you know, that's the standard answer. You'll hear time and time again. Us football guys really only think about the game that's in front of us. I mean, we really have to look at it from that standpoint. And I'm not sure, I mean, you know, guys may have different opinions. Going to the Oklahoma game, I would rather wait till we get there. What do you think?
I agree, wait until you get there. But I think when you're a player, you think something different. You know, you hate to answer those questions when people ask you if you're going to win or lose. It's essentially what the question is. So as a player, I always say we're going to win. That's what I feel. That's what I believe. I put my pads on the same way that they do. I'm not afraid of anybody in the Big 12. I do think we have the skilled players. I do think we have the talent to compete with the Big 12. You know, unfortunately, we haven't gotten it done in the last couple of years. And that's my frustration, which Sean calls pessimism. But that's my frustration with the team. But I do believe that we can play against them and we can beat them. I'm optimistic about how we can fare this year. It's really just about getting some unity on this team, getting our guys to train just a little bit harder, and maybe even getting some wins in the special teams game and getting some consistency out of our quarterback.
We have beat Oklahoma, we have beat Kansas State in the Big 12 yet. We got both those guys at home this year, so it'll be exciting to see if we can notch those, get those on the belt.
Well, I'm gonna. These guys are killing me over here. I mean, everybody knows as a player, when you get this schedule, you're gonna look at that schedule and you're gonna get excited about who you play. So, you know what I'm saying, sir? These guys, they're on TV and stuff like that. I'm talking real talk right now, all right? You know, you gonna look at that schedule, you gonna circle that one. I'm trying to see Oklahoma. I'm trying to see these guys. So, I mean, yeah, you gonna say the politically correct thing and say, yeah, we play each game every Saturday, one at a time. But you can't tell me you ain't looking down that schedule and say, you know what, we got Oklahoma, we owe a little payback, and I would like to see us do well against that. But yeah, the politically correct answer is to say, yeah, we watch one game at a time, and you know. But I'm like you. I'm looking at that schedule. I'm marking it too. I want these guys as well. Absolutely.
I'm from the Coach Hill area. You know, we always play it down. Just kind of hold it down and get ready for the next team that we play. Any more questions? Please ask more questions. He asked, how do you like Tavon Austin's deal with the Rams?
It's good to see our guys making money in the NFL. It's good for recruiting, good for the program. He's been a positive person in the community there and was rewarded with a fantastic contract. Was it 45 million or something like that?
Guaranteed 30 million. I'm trying to hang out with him when he comes to town.
That's good money. That's more money than making 2 years.
Well said. Well said.
Tavon's a great guy. He's a great guy.
Great on you.
It speaks to the guys we're recruiting, man. The last couple of years, we've had, how often could you say West Virginia had first round draft pick consistently? Right. That says a lot about our program. And as you alluded to, it helps in recruiting. It helps us get guys to our program. And those guys become great ambassadors for our team. I mean, those guys do a hell of a job. They come back here, they support. I know Tavon also got this big W tattoo on his chest. He loves state. He loves being a Mountain End. Our guys, and that's what I like about our program. And you know, oftentimes I say that I really don't care who's coaches. I believe in our program. We got a great program. They will come. I think we'll continue to do well. And what about our playing big clubs?
I agree.
Any more questions? One more question?
Guys, you want to do that?
Hey, speaking of Tavon, what about Stephen Bailey? What's the word on the street with Bailey in the locker room?
Great question. He asked about Stephen Bailey. And what his position is, what's going on with him. You know, in fact, I just saw Stephen yesterday as I was riding through campus. Saw him with a backpack on, going to class. Take care of business. You know, that's
Stairway too.
absolutely.
No, Divine.
Divine. Those guys in the back of the town and doing what they need to do. What do you think about Stephen Bailey?
I don't know exactly what. They've been kind of quiet about what his health situation is. I see him working out. And he's running steps, lifting weights, one of those things. But those of you that know, he suffered a gunshot wound to his head, I believe. So I don't know if that's going to prohibit him from ever being able to engage in contact sports again. But he's still working out, and I guess going back to get his degree now. So good for him, good for the program for bringing him back in the fold.
The best thing about his situation is that he's alive. So gunshot wounds to the head. So he's still living. Not only that, but the fact that he is able to move and seemingly be as normal as we expect. I'm sure he's not in the NFL at this time, but the fact that he was able to come back to that, the fact that his family was able to see him again, the fact that the Mountain Air family was able to welcome him back in and to wrap their arms around him and give him another opportunity to do something with the team, to do something in order to earn a degree. I think that's a wonderful story. I think it's it shows us the unity in the family of West Virginians and Mountain Air families. So I really get my hat off to the program, what they're doing with him, and I'm really just happy for him and his family that he's alive.
Well said. Well said. You know what? I can't even argue with you now. I was gonna try to find a way to pick a fight with you like I normally do, but that was well said. Well said.
He didn't work anything out.
Nah.
Defensive back.
No, he did. He did a great job. That's one. At the end of the day.
Yeah, last thing I want to say, man, just a tribute and a testament to our fans. You know, that once a month, that always about their thought process and mentality is really been driven by the fan base. And I have to say the university for the most part has embraced that once a month there, always about their attitude. And they've come back and they've allowed guys to come back. And I have to say, I've benefited from after chasing the NFL for a while, coming back and getting my degree and being able to finish. In fact, I've been in the town 22 years now. So it's been great. It's been great. Any closing words before we close up, guys?
No.
How my son doing? Good question. For those of you who don't know, my son Jason Thomas plays for the New York Giants. Just came off the pup list. He saw his first action last week. He did okay. I mean, but he worked.
Spoken like a dad. Spoken like a dad.
Oh, he worked extremely hard to make the team. That's one thing about it. What was really promising, what really heartening, really nice about hearing the positive that he contributes to the team vocally if he's not on the field physically. And whenever a guy can do that, be a locker room guy, whether they're up or down, it bodes well for the team, and I'm always proud to see him do that. He's always been that type of guy. And I'm excited for the Giants. Whether he's there or not, I think he will contribute to that team, and he will continue to try to be the best player he can.
Big Blue.
Thank you for that question.
Big Blue.
All right. With that, guys, we want to remind you that we're here every Wednesday at the Green Turtle Sports Bar and Grill. We want to make sure you come check us out live. If you don't check us out, make sure you go check us out at thepost.com. And as always, you can always send us emails, you can Facebook us, you can hit us on Twitter, and let us know that you want to contribute questions or what have you. But guys, as we always do, guys, until next time, huddle up.